Hi, my name is Jenna, and I'm here to talk to you about some assistive technology options for students with disabilities for play and leisure. And with these items, I really try to be budget conscientious for all you teachers out there. And it's really important too, these tools for play and leisure. I think sometimes we forget that that's a necessary skill for students. So these are some great tools to help with independence. So my first one is a puzzle. It's the alphabet, so you could actually also use this for educational reasons, but these wood puzzles also come in fun shapes, so they're just a fun game for students as well. And with this, they have these little tabs, which is a type of technology, so if I don't have the motor skills to pick these up, I can do that. However, I felt like that was really tough too, so what I ended up doing is I got these little balls for like $2 at Walmart, and I just hot glued them on. So now these are a lot easier to grab, and I don't have to learn how to pinch and not drop, and so I can just pick these up. Super easy to do, and an inexpensive tool to use with your students. Next, I'm going to talk about coloring. So I bought these little triangular crayons. These are, again, $2, super inexpensive, and they're triangular shaped. So what's really nice about these is the 3 surfaces help, so each finger has its own surface. So it's a lot easier to grip for students, a lot easier to draw, and it also is a thicker crayon. So it's nice for students who push really hard when they draw. These are less likely to break. So that's a very important tool in a classroom that will save you money in the long run. And next, I have these pencils, which all have grippies on them. Oh no, one of the grippies came off. What's great about these is the grippies help students who don't know how to grip a pencil correctly. This helps them, it forces their fingers to grip it in the correct way. It also is very squishy and soft, so it won't cause them, their fingers won't start hurting. They're not likely to hold it like this. And it's also a bigger surface, so it's a lot easier to hold. It'll help with their drawing to be more accurate. So great tool. Again, grippies were like $2. You can just put them on all your pencils and put them in a little pencil box and just keep it in your classroom. Okay, so next I'm going to move on to dice. Dice are very important for students because it allows them to play board games, participate in classroom activities. They're just a good tool. And what I did with these is I just glued on little tiny rhinestones. I used hot glue. I would recommend personally epoxy, because epoxy would be more precise, but again, hot glue does work. And what's nice about these is a student who's potentially visually impaired could feel the numbers. So if I were to roll these, I rolled a 4 and a 6, I could actually feel with my fingers the numbers. So that actually really helps with including every student in board games, and they don't have to have someone tell them the numbers, they can actually feel it on their own. It's a really cool skill. And they also look really pretty, so all the students are going to want to play with them. They're super fun. However, it is hard for students to have the ability to shake the dice and roll, so that's why there's this. And this is just, it's a styrofoam cube with little pieces of fabric. The styrofoam cube was $1, the pieces of fabric were each 23 cents, I believe, and then a pack of rhinestones. So we're looking at about $3 for this, so not bad at all. And I just I used Elmer's glue. I wouldn't recommend hot glue because it might dissolve the styrofoam. And then you just glue on the little rhinestones so I can still feel it. It's a lot bigger and more visually appealing for students and a lot easier to read. And if I don't have the fine motor skills, I can actually pick this up just like this and just throw it. And so it gives an option, a different way to roll dice, and it won't hurt anyone. Like, if you throw it across the classroom, no one's going to get hurt or injured because it's nice and soft. So it's a good tool, possibly for younger kids. And last I'm going to talk about today are bubbles. Bubbles are a great activity to have for students. They will be entertained for days. They love them, makes them very happy. So my first item is this. It's a little stand, because with bubbles it's really hard to have the ability to pinch the little stick. So you can actually just grip it. Now I can just grip it like this, a lot easier. Go like that, wipe it off a little bit, just put it in. And I don't have to hold it, but I can just go. So it makes bubbles a lot more accessible. Now students, not every student will be able to do that. So students don't have the motor skills to do that. That's where this fun little guy comes in. And students can use this simply by pushing the button. And then you get tons of bubbles. It's really fun, entertain kids for days. And a student learns they can use bubbles just by pressing a button. So it increases independence of students. So it's a great tool. And this is all I have for us today. Hope you had a good time watching, and I hope these tools are helpful to you.